defense analyst Kasim Ileri, who joins us in the studio. Kasim, great to have you with us. First of all, how far do you think Turkey is willing to go when it comes to pushing Assad back from Idlib?
Well, Turkey has actually officially expressed that it wants to push Assad back to the Sochi Agreement area. However, the situation is currently extremely complicated, and then nobody really knows where it will end, because Turkey and Russia are currently close to an extensive kind of conflict. So we will see in coming days with respect in terms of U.S. negotiations with Russia, and then U.S., of course, Turkish negotiations with Russia, and then Turkish talks with the United States and other European allies. As you also know, Merkel and Macron has, of course, called on Putin and then asked him to stop the attacks on the opposition groups and then on the civilians in Idlib. So let's see what happens in coming days with respect to Russian response. But Turkey's intention is currently to push Assad back to the Sochi Agreement areas and then to get the outposts back.
We're sort of seeing the issue of the Patriots and the S-400s come full circle here.
Again.
Because Turkey has asked the U.S. to deploy 2 of its Patriot missile defense batteries on its southern border. Do you think that this sort of forces Ankara to reevaluate the use of the S-400s and whether, whether that makes a stronger argument for Turkey acquiring the Patriots?
Well, I think it is a little bit complicated to say. It's too early to say that, okay, Turkey is going to reconsider its use or its operation or even purchase of S-400s. However, we can clearly say that Turkey has, particularly the defense minister, has given a clear message saying that the S-400s are going to come to be operational. But if the United States is so outraged and is so willing to support and stand with Turkey, they may send some Patriots to the area and then defend the Turkish and also NATO's southern flank. So it's it's a message to the NATO and a message to the United States that they have an opportunity currently to support both the Turkish and NATO borders, and at the same time regain the trust of Turkey back. Because
can Turkey accomplish, though, what it wants in Hatay on the Turkey-Syria border, what it's trying to do with the Patriots? Can it accomplish that with the S-400s when we're talking about something that's against Russia?
Yes, if it's activated, definitely. Of course, these S-400s are sovereign types of weapons, and then as long as they are not paired with certain aircrafts, the aircraft or any air assets, they can do whatever you want. So, for
example,
that
go back to Washington's concerns, though, then about the F-15s? If you're saying as long as it's not paired with the aircraft, then that's exactly what the Trump administration's been worried about, is that you plug it into a system.
Turkey has been clearly saying that they will not be using the both system in the same theater so that they cannot threaten each other. It doesn't matter if it's Su-35 or F-35 or F-22 or whatever it is. If it's not paired with the S-400 systems, definitely S-400 systems technically can take on those assets.
So you said that the U.S. has an opportunity here, or perhaps maybe European allies, they have an opportunity here to give Turkey those Patriot batteries. Do you think they will? So far, there's been no response from the Trump administration.
I don't think that. Well, even militarily, I don't think that the United States is going to take any action. Why? Because even in eastern Syria, currently U.S. forces are besieged by some sort of Russian patrols and other Russian-backed forces, Assad forces, and then United States try to avoid any types of conflict or confrontation with the Russian forces. And then so how can, while the United States does not even take action against Russia, when their forces are under threat of Russia and Iranian or Syrian-backed forces, how could we expect the United States to take action in Idlib and then save or somehow millions of refugees over there and then kind of help Turkey to push Assad back? I don't think that militarily United States currently is considering to send some types of kind of assets to provide there. But it will be a radical choice for the Trump administration, and Congress is going to be thrilled to pull Turkey back into its orbit and then have some types of new negotiations with Turkey with respect to S-400s and other relations with Russia. And then it will be.
Something to consider is we're in an election year. Trump is talking about getting out of America's endless wars. It does appear very unlikely that boots on the ground would go in this case, but we'll have to see how that plays out. Kasim Ileri, really appreciate you being with us. Thanks for that.